there's a very famous hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that in hadith literature has been sometimes called hadith al-jassasa. Okay, it's been called hadith jassasa, or sometimes it has been called the hadith of Tamim ad-Dari. Okay, so it has this hadith has these two names. Now, there was a Christian person who became Muslim who went to an island after this particular incident that I'm going to talk about, and then before he met DAJJAL, he met Jassasa. So we're going to talk about Jassasa today. What is Jassasa? What does Jassasa mean? Now, mind you, when the muhaddithin in the previous centuries were writing about this hadith, they didn't have the technology we had today. So when you look at this word with the technology of today, your understanding will expand more than what the scholars of the previous times wrote. And I'll tell you what the scholars of the previous time wrote, and then you'll be able to see how this all connects. The Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'm going to read from my phones, so the Prophet said, after he had gathered, the adhan was given, people came to the masjid, he said, look, it's not for prayers, but I have something important to tell you. Inni wallahi ma jama'tukum li raghbatan wala li rahbatin. Li raghbatin wala rahbatin. I have not called you here to give you, sermons to incite your heart or to give you some sort of warning. That's not the reason I've called you here today. Then the Prophet, وَلَكِنْ جَمَعْتُكُمْ لِأَنَّ تَمِيمَ الدَّارِ. I have brought you here today because of Tamim ad-Dari, this man, Tamim ad-Dari, right? كَانَ رَجُلٌ. He was a man, نَصْرَانِيًّا. He was a Christian man. And over here is something interesting, that when it comes to the end of times, there may be space for Christians and Muslims to work together on the issue of end of times. كان نصرانيا فجاء. So he came to me now after hearing what DAJJAL told him in the place he was. We're only going to read this first part of this hadith. So فجاء فباعي. So he came and gave me bay'ah wa aslama, and he accepted Islam. وحدثني, and the Prophet said he has told me some things. وحدثني حديثا. He told me mentioning of things وافقا الذي كنت أحدثكم. The things that I was telling you that were in agreement with that, he told me some things that agreed with the things I have been telling you. About what? Al-Masih al-Dajjal. So this is the person of Dajjal. Masih al-Dajjal. Al-Masih al-Dajjal. حدثني أنه ركب في السفينة. He went on a ship, and then what happened? فلعب بهم موج شهرا في بحر. So for a month they were lost in the sea. So then they came إلى الجزيرة. Okay, then they came to a jazira. They came to an island. What island this is very interesting. You'll see. I'm not going to talk about what island this is today. إلى الجزيرة في بحر حتى مغرب الشمس. Now, those of you that know the Quran in Surah Al-Kahf, حتى مغرب الشمس is the exact words in Surah Al-Kahf. Until the place where the sun went down. That could be any place. The sun goes down anywhere, right? But this is an island. I'm not going to talk about the island today. But they came to this island, so this man, Tamim ad-Darmi, he accepted Islam, is telling the Prophet this story. What happened is he was in the ocean, he was lost for a month, he went towards this place where there's an island, and now he comes to this island, and now guess what he sees? So now he comes to this place, فَدَخَلُوا جَزِيرًا. So they entered this island, right? فَلَقِيتَهُمْ دَابَّةً. They met some animal. أحلب. This animal had so much hair, right? أي غليظ الشعر. He was just hair from beginning to the end. كثير الشعر. You couldn't tell what's his front from his من دبره, from his back. من كثير الشعر. فقالوا, we said, يا ويلك, what's wrong with you? ما she said, أنا جساسة, I am Jassasa. And then Jassasa says that this man is waiting for you, and basically Dajjal was waiting and wanting, yearning, he's mushtaqun, he wants to meet you. So after that, they went and met Dajjal. But over here, they said, who are you? قال جساسة, I am Jassasa, I'm Jassasa. So why is this hadith known as Jassasa? Because they said this is the one who would give you information about Dajjal. Because Jassasa means, if any of you know Urdu language, jasus means to spy. وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا in Surah Al-Hujurat, Allah says, وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا, don't spy. So there is this animal, has no beginning, has no end, the name is Jassasa. What is it that's all wires today and can be used for spying? Right? So this is you could say the tool of Dajjal, the animal of Dajjal, the pet of Dajjal, the right-hand man of Dajjal. For example, there's another hadith, very authentic hadith. Dajjal, when he comes, he will say to a man, look, believe in me, I will bring back your mom and dad to you. And the Dajjal will bring back that person's mother and father, and he will think that the mother and father are back, but in fact, they will not be back. So where will Dajjal get this information from? Is it possible that this Jassasa is one of its many dimensions because Dajjal will be an expert at spying. And he will have all the information of your Facebook accounts. He'll have all the information of your Instagram accounts, have all the information of your emails, everything about you, that when you die, your children will be told, but he could tell your children this and this about your dad and this about your mom. Jassasa means, jasus means, Jassasa is the one who is doing the spying. And we know surveillance, if you look at Britain, the CCTV cameras are all over the whole island. Interestingly enough, that one of the very valid interpretations of this island, that it's England, for many reasons, which I'm not going to go into, which has the most CCTV cameras. Every person is seen in a CCTV camera at least 18, 19 times a day. So Dajjal will be an expert at getting information. There's a sheikh in Texas. He does ruqya, deals with jinns, right? Sheikh Shakib is his name. He's from Somalia. One of the things that he does is he deals with the jinn world. And one of the things me and him have discussed, because we were working for the same foundation at one time, one of the things that we've discussed is we've come to know through different cases of the shayateen and different cases of the jinns, we have personally come to know that sometimes technology plays a role. I knew one sister, right? She would be on the internet and she would end up on an online Hindu temple for no reason at all. She would just end up in the online Hindu temple and she wouldn't know why. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that it is the tool of Dajjal. Dajjal will have every sort of information on everyone. This tool of Jassasa, the tools that have already been made that can then have all the information about you, can spy on you, look at you from satellites, look at you from your Facebook accounts, have every access. You know, nowadays when you go to a store, let's say if you went to 7-Eleven or you went to Walmart, you come out of Walmart and ask you, how was your, experience at Walmart? Google will ask, right? So they already have a data set of probably almost anybody that's been on the internet, some data set of their preferences, of their values, something of their privacy. It's already, that system of jasus is already, that system that Dajjal will use, the system of jasus, is already set there. But maybe it will even go to other levels that are even unimaginable today. In the next 10 years, technology can be at a whole different level. This is definitely at least the beginning of Jassasa, the beginning of an animal that has no beginning, no end, and it's all hair. Remind you of something? It's called the internet. So the internet is here to stay. And the internet may be one of the major tools of Dajjal. And that internet will be used to get information on us so that our children will be fooled in the future, or something of this nature, right? Allahu alam. Allah knows best, because we can't guess. His pet will be, his dabba, his animal will be jassasa. He will be an expert at spying at people.